What up, YouTube? Sitting here going to make a video about these J6s. These shoes hold a special place in my heart as I have all 6 releases. Unfortunately, for this video, they have all been saran wrap stored in my unit for the time being. However, I just got these from StockX because I had placed an order, and thanks to Foot Locker and Champs and Eastbay having an issue with my account, all 3 of my orders were shut down and canceled. However, got these from StockX. Had a few of you comment before on StockX. Are they legit? How do you feel about the shoes? This is my 110th pair of shoes I bought from them. I've only received one that was a fake. It was not an obvious fake. It took a lot, and it was a Yeezy. They were really cool. They took them right back, refunded my money. I ended up bidding again, and then getting a legit set. Between GOAT and StockX, I know I was saying this is about the J6, but I've had some issues with GOAT as far as selling. StockX, I really like them. They're really easy. I get the shoes a lot faster. Like I said, I've had great success. I've probably purchased about 25 pairs from GOAT. All were legit. It's just selling with GOAT, they kind of turned me off. If you have any questions about what they done to me, feel free to hit me up in the comments. Well, anyways, J6. I like the shoe a lot, mainly because this is the one he wore in his first championship. I am an older dude, and I watched it on TV. That's the famous switching up of the dunk to the layup against the Lakers. Driving baseline on Ewing and dunking on him. This shoe, honestly, design, everything I love. So getting into it. First off, StockX, you gave me a sticker. Cool, be on my toolbox in the garage. The correct wrapping. This one's a little torn up. That was actually done by me. I really don't care because I will never resell these shoes. This, like I said, it's my favorite shoe of all time. These will be saran wrapped here shortly enough. Once I get another pair, I'm going to beat the crap out of them like I do most of my spares that I get anyways. Right here, StockX. Little slip in here. GOAT, they got their little GOAT card that goes in there. And I'm sure most of you that have watched this before, StockX gives you this. Reason I kind of like this, I almost wish it was on both shoes. The only reason I like it is because, you know, you took the time to put it on here, you're making yourself liable. All right, so I get both of them out for you. Like I said, once again, you know, StockX, you give me this, I don't know, I may consider it. Anyways, rolling on to the shoes, the more important part. Now, the J6s, on the 14 release that I got, colorways, especially here, was more of a red. You know, me personally, I just like the style. If you're that picky about a shoe, whatever. I really don't critique this shoe a whole lot just because I was a young kid when I got them. I always, for my birthday, get the white and the black because my parents were poor. That's all I got. And I was totally fine with that. But with that being said, let's go over the shoe. So obviously, there's a lot of retros, you know, these 5/17/23. So this sole has been used recently. The good thing is if you have a set, you can kind of compare a real versus a fake. What you get with the real is the holes. If I kind of turn over, it's like a smooth turn into the actual cylinder impression that they have on the machine. Most fakes, you'll see a straight edge on each of these holes. They look fake. The depth is different in them too. This one's actually done really well. I had a few issues looking at this over. You know, some of this corner right here, if I back it up just slightly. But other than that, I mean, it's like buying a new car. You're always going to have some factory defects, and I'm totally fine with that. On the original, this bubble was really, really more cut and straight. Like I said, I almost wish I could show you, but they are so yellow. One, because I wore them. And two, like I said, the test of time. Those that know, this clear sole or ice, whatever you want to call it, will always get dirty unless you put some Rejuvenator or the gel on the bottom. I do that to my shoes just because I like to preserve them. You know, if you're a sneakerhead, you know what I'm talking about. But the infrared, really like. It's got like almost like highlights of pink in it, but I just love it. I've always loved this shoe. The Spizikes tried to copy a lot, you know, with the pull tab. Same thing with the tongue. You got your 2-hole tongue for easy pull up. all that good fun stuff. There's a button right here too to easy access the lace. That's kind of new to the shoe. Some people complain about this shoe, like the toe box. I made a comment on a kid. He said the toe box sucked. Like, dude, this is a retro. If you're playing ball in these in today's world, I mean, good for you. But let's be real, these shoes and the technology they got in the new ones, you really shouldn't be playing basketball in them. They got so much better shoes. But as far as kickwear, I mean, to me, it doesn't get any better than this. Right here, you can see the Nike Air. Obviously, if you've ever paid attention to Jordans, they always have the Jumpman and Air, etc., etc. Some people do and don't know why they have the Nike and Nike Air versus the Jumpman. Actually, this was the last shoe that Jordan and Nike were kind of 50-50 with, because the J7, he became his own company, and that's why you no longer saw Nike on them. Yeah, you'd see it on the box and stuff like that, but the actual shoes were then owned by Jordan himself, and Jumpman pretty much from that point on became official. Some know that, some don't. Whatever the case may be. Same thing too to clear sole. This is the last time they used the clear sole where you could actually see it through, leading all the way up until the end of his shoe line, honestly. Like this one, I've always liked the pronounced bubbling or pretend cushioning on the side that sticks out. I've always liked that. Just kind of gives the shoe a sharp look. You know, the lines, you know, they're very simple on this. I mean, this is a 1991 shoe. It's not bad at all. I remember back in the day, everyone used to steal these when they go into Foot Locker. All that good fun stuff. I cannot confirm nor deny that I may or may not have known and or been a part of any of that. But this used to be all the rave, taking them off to sweaters and stuff like that, putting them on your shoes. You know, it was just a test at a time. Inside, you'll see, I know it's really dark and I apologize. The insole is actually red. On the original, it's black. To me, that doesn't bother me in the slightest, because I don't look at my insole a whole lot when I'm wearing them or when they're on display. But with that being said, this right here is, to me, the pinnacle of Jordans. I love, everyone's got their favorite, 3, 4, 5, whatever. I love this one the most because it was when I was really watching basketball. So everyone's got their own story on why they like what. But this one has always had a place in my heart. So much so that I don't even like wearing the shoe because of what my original ones, which are a size 8.5, are completely destroyed. But these ones right here are just fantastic. And I know I've done some real versus fake videos. But with that being said, this shoe, I don't know what it is, but they cannot replicate it very well. And what I mean by that is you shouldn't even have to look at a video to realize on how poor the re-retros are. The bubble is like almost, I've seen some like a triangle in here. I've seen the colors nasty. The nubuck, if you don't know the little suede, hey, how you doing? Looks like crap. The holes are all offline. They're not sized right, as I mentioned earlier, with the depressions on the actual sole. Those are one of them fakes that if you go running down a block, you're probably going to run right out your shoes and look like Zion without being, you know, that big and what have you. But with that being said, you know, the shoe itself is just fantastic. I love it. It's the styling. I mean, simple yet, you know, certain things like the pull tab, the tongue, you know, just it's very simple. Me personally, I've always loved the black. They made a black cat of this. It was actually not a bad shoe. It just, they made too many of them, and I didn't like it too terribly much. But with that being said, if you guys got any questions about this shoe, about any of the cues compared to the other ones, feel free, hit me up in the comments. If you have questions about StockX, my experiences have been excellent. Feel free, hit me up. My Instagram is the same on the name. It's Spiga. You guys can hit me up, check them out. This, and this. I got like 1,300 pairs or so. So if you have any questions about shoes, hit me up in the comments, like I said. Otherwise, you guys have a great day. Hit subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I'm going to try to make more of a habit since I got so many of them. Kind of greedy like that. I'd like to kind of get the shoe heritage out there. You know, some of these kids and some adults, you know, they're only into the newer ones. I have shoes dating back to the 80s. I still have my original J3s. Almost in mint condition. So if you wear a size 6.5 and you got 20 grand, it's yours. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.